Hello everybody and welcome to No Guns Life episode 14 anime review. Didn't think we'd get the Victor confrontation so soon, to be honest. I thought it was gonna at least be a few episodes before we before we went back to that. But no, it started this week. Also, there's some stuff going on with Tetsuro. Didn't do a lot with that this episode. Feel like that's something that we're definitely going to find more about at some point. Because his memories seem to be a bit messed up. And that's not good, you know. That's not a good thing. Memories, kind of need them in one piece. Anyway, let's jump into the episode proper. See how everything went down. Let's do this. At first I thought we were going to get like a flashback episode because Juzo says this is the job that led to this current line of work. And I was thinking, fantastic, we're going to learn more, how Juzo exactly got from being, War Machine, not the Marvel superhero, a War Machine, to a private detective, private eye, but he doesn't have any eyes because he's a gun. But no, not exactly. We just learn Victor was Juzo's engineer during the old war and everything. And then we learn about Mary and Victor. They were orphans. They were taken in by this old engineer, not mechanic, very different. I'm very sorry. His name was Emmett. He was an old man. He was like tutoring them, specifically Victor. But then he started getting angry all the time. He was going to hit Mary, like little lolly Mary. Let's not be doing that. So Victor was like, no. And then he killed him. He killed old man Emmett and left to go join the war effort, basically. And that's how that happened exactly. And then while they're talking, she's like, don't try and stop me, I'm going to go find him. Some sign falls on her. It was definitely an accident. It wasn't an accident. It was Spitsbergen. They show up, just two random dudes. Show up, they've got armor that makes them look like robots, but they're not robots, they're just armor. I shouldn't say robots. Extends. They're not. Juzo wrecks them though. But because they've got armor, he doesn't have to hold back. So he can go all out against these regular humans because of their armor, their fancy armor and weapons and stuff. He wrecks them, as I said. They don't stand much of a chance at all. Juzo has a good line. He's like, where are the hostages? And he's like, they better be in one piece because, if you hurt my family, you'll regret it. And it's like, oh, there is family. He's a nice guy, old Juzo. He's a sentimental chap, gun chap. Let's go with that. Then they both head to the Kyusei pit, both being, of course, Juzo and Mary, not the two randoms they just KO'd. We get Juzo's first job was to protect Mary, given to him by Victor. In a flashback, we see that he's like not on fire. Was he on fire? It definitely seemed like he was about to die. Let's just say that much. Juzo says, "Hey, I might have to beat him up to set him straight." No, that's later on. Then the Spitsbergen. Leader of Spitsbergen, he's talking to Tetsuro. This is the Tetsuro stuff I was talking about. He's welcomed back into Spitsbergen. Like, welcomed back, as in he's been there before? And I don't remember that. So, it seems he's lost his memory. He was under his father's nose. He was funding Spitsbergen against his father, who, of course, is the Bereran guy. So, Tetsuro... what's going on with that? That's literally all they left it on this episode for Tetsuro. Kind of want to know more about that. Is he going to get his memories unlocked? He sort of was when we left off. He was kind of remembering, but not really. So, hopefully in the coming episodes, he'll be like, I remember everything about who I am now, but there's like two different sides of me. What am I going to do? And it's like an internal conflict or something. I have no idea what I'm saying, but that would be pretty cool. We see a flashback now of Spitsbergen, Victor, and Juzo's first meeting and everything. And specifically, he shows him this hand gesture, which is like a bullet to the head. Basically, that means that I'm in trouble. Help me out. Mary patted her chest for some reason. I don't know why. I would assume it's because no kids, and it makes her look older. That's probably what the thinking was. Kind of needed that spelled out for me because it was just like, what? And then they talk about Juzo making facial expressions with his gun head, and he does make facial expressions. He definitely does. I don't have anything else to add on that. He definitely does though. Then Lefty shows up. Lefty is the hand, by the way, and then does the hand gesture that Victor showed him in his flashback, So he's like, son of a bitch, Lefty is Victor the whole time. He leads them somewhere. Juzo tells Mary to wait. He's like, you wait here. I might have to kill your brother today. Hope that's cool. And she's like, yeah. You know, reluctantly. So he goes. They're being watched, though. Who are they being watched by? It's EMS, probably. And it was... I'm going to give a little spoiler. It was EMS. They showed up later. Juzo finds a room with a bunch of headless extend bodies that empty, I guess, just husks and everything. Who else is there but Victor? Victor never meant to involve Mary in this. That's that's good, but he has now. He's the one that's been controlling the hand this whole time. So, presumably anyway, because then later on there's a thing that doesn't quite make sense, but we'll get back to that in a minute. He needs help with something. He's like, I need you to help me with something, Juzo. And then the wall explodes, and in comes the EMS people, the reconstruction agency, whatever you want to call them. Juzo protects him briefly because he's like, he's my client first, I gotta fulfill my job. And then the guide's like, okay, well you're under arrest too then, as you would. Makes a lot of sense. Victor then has CG centipede arm chainsaw things that come out of his coat, and he takes out a lot of people. Juzo gets saved by the hand, but it seemed like he was aiming for him. So why would he save him if he was aiming for him? So either Victor's got two personalities, or he was just doing that to get Juzo out of the way and he was never aiming for him. One of those two things is right, and I don't know which. Mary shows up. Lefty's broken. Also, his fingers fell off. Mary shows up. Victor grabs her in his centipede tentacle things. He really wants to dismantle Juzo at this point. It's like, I want to tear you apart and everything. However, Juzo doesn't unleash his true power unless he's fighting for other people. So basically, Mary's there, so he's going to threaten Mary. So Juzo will unleash his true power, so he can take apart true Juzo as opposed to like 50% Juzo and everything. And then at the end, Juzo's like, I'm going to beat your ass. And that's where we ended, with beating ass. Or not quite, we're about to beat some ass. And yeah, that was the end of the episode. I thought it was pretty alright. Wasn't expecting the Victor stuff to come so soon. But hey, what are you going to do? The Tetsuro stuff's pretty wild. Don't know what's going to happen there. Is Tetsuro going to become the true villain? No, I'm gonna guess he's not. I'm gonna guess he's going to be confused about himself, and then Juzo's going to give like a, yeah, that's what you did in the past. But the you of now might not do that. You've evolved. I have no idea. It's going to be exciting. Curious to see how on earth Juzo's going to defeat Victor and his massive technical arms. Hope they don't kill Victor. He seems like he'd be someone who would reoccur, so I don't think they're going to like full on kill him. I think they're probably just going to, he's like, oh, he was beaten and now he's a good guy again. Maybe. I have no idea. He's got a cool design though with his sideways eye. I like that, the eye. That's cool. Yeah, it was another alright episode. I get the feeling people don't like this show that much, and I think it's pretty alright. I literally can't figure it out. Like, the scores are lower than I thought they would be. Oh well. I don't really care about what other people think. I'm enjoying it, so that's all that you can do, I guess. The ending's still weird. Like, I watched it again, like, properly, like, not looking at my phone or nothing. It's still weird. Don't really get it, kind of odd. But anyway, let's wrap this up here. Thank you, everybody, for watching this review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider subscribing and stuff for more reviews. That would help me out a lot. Thank you very much. I will see you next week for another episode of this. Take care, and bye, guys.